Hey, so hello, this is another war report. So we are back to a tier 7 map because we lost last war, unfortunately. So here we go against, I think it's a Portuguese alliance, given their name. I'm taking against Path 9. So of course, as always, I bring Wilson Fisk because I love Wilson Fisk for this Path 9. And then I was hesitating whether to bring Magneto or not. There was like a Dragon Man in section 2 as a mini boss, so that was one of the reasons I could have brought Magneto. In the end, I decided to come with Warlock. The reason is because on the stun reflection node I saw Domino, and for Domino you need specific champs sometimes because, well, tech champs are better, clearly. And also, like in the boss circle, I saw Professor X, so I thought, why not bring Warlock, like to change a bit. Well, in the end, I didn't fight that Domino, but you will see I did get that fight against Professor X in the end. So that's it. Let's start with section 1 then. So we start with section 1. So we first have a Captain Marvel movie. 6-star rank 3. So I was a bit afraid because, you know, with Captain Marvel you mess up a bit and suddenly you may die. You know, she goes unblockable and stuff like that. So I'm first boosting, you know, because you have to bring boosts. I chose the attack war boost because I was low on attack boosts. And then I simply go with the invulnerability boost. The idea of the fight for me is simply to bait SP1 because I don't want to face SP2 if she has like the binary mode, you know. So that's basically what I'm doing there. Dex the thing, then punch back. Get to SP1 again, Dex again. It's amazing how this guy Kingpin is strong on this path. All those rages creates just a ton of damage. Then we have a 6-star Modok, rank 2. So there my plan was just to parry heavy. At some point I was considering maybe to go SP1 because you know it reduces ability accuracy. But it has this node where after you get a bar of power, the opponent is, you see there, indestructible. So I decided to hold on and to play with my belly. Nice belly, right? There I messed up a bit, but the boost is for that, you know, in case you messed up. And then finally the last fight of section 1. So this fight was kind of a joke, you will see. So it's a 6-star rank 2. You would think it would have more health, right? And that fight was incredibly quick. Look how his health goes down. So I don't know, maybe it was rank 2, but you know, not maxed out, I don't know. But well, that's it. Done for section 1. So then we move to section 2. So I have to apologize to our officer Lumar, because I said I would take that domino we had on stunt reflection, and I arrived late, so somebody else had to take him. So we go directly to path 9 in section 2, and we have this Magneto fight on this limber node. It's a common pick. We always see Magneto on this node, not always, but it's quite often. I guess it's probably because you know, when Magneto throws a heavy attack, he becomes unstoppable. So basically what you have to do is to do intercepts with him, no? So I start with the typical 4-hit combo intercept, you know. Then I bait SP1, and I like to play him with wide intercepts. There I messed up a bit, but the boost is there to save me. And then I keep on with wide intercepts. And again, it's amazing the amount of damage Wilson Fisk does. You see all those rages that accumulate very fast, that take us in a few seconds to overpower, you know. Then we have this Vision Aarkhus fight, and well, I do basically the same. I try to bait SP1 because SP2 is not really easy to dex. Here first special attack. Again, the amount of damage is amazing. There, I take him into SP2, unfortunately. Try to dex, but the boost is then there to save me to lose some health. And then I just finish the fight. So that's it for section 2. So finally the boss circle. I'm going to take first a fight against Thing on the left. So it's this new node, you know, where you may get a falter. Good news, Kingpin with Hood synergy doesn't really care about falter. It actually means more damage. The goal here for me is to focus on my SP1 mostly, because his SP1 decreases ability accuracy. So the ability is reduced while you know, so the SP1 puts a degen, and while the girl has the degen, the ability is reduced. So the good news is that rock stacks do not go up most of the time, or like less frequently, let's say, when they have the SP1 going on. And so that's why I'm doing there. So you may notice that rock are not increasing as fast. There, I think I'm trying to take him to 15 stacks. Because I'm afraid of the unstoppable. And that's why in the end I have to throw an SP2. So there I think my intention was to dex, his attacks, because I wanted to bait the SP. But for some reason, I was only parrying, so at some point I get cornered. But I managed to get out of my corner. And then there I'm hitting block because I want to get away from that corner. The good news is that if you're above 15 attacks and you hit block, like thing doesn't go unstoppable. So that's a good way to get away, let's say. Trying to dex the last SP. And that was it. The fight is longer than the others, but you see Kingpin with the SP1 can deal quite okay with Thing. Then we have a fight against Professor X. So I was a bit afraid of his PI here, because it's above 40k, It's a bit impressive sometimes when you see these numbers. And the idea for me is to approach this fight as a normal Professor X fight. To be careful about the falter he puts on you. It was a bit late at night when I took this fight, so at some point I made a mistake, but in the end the fight went quite okay. So by baiting a heavy attack, I can then counter and go around the fact that I cannot parry some of his attacks. So there the falter is ready. I didn't know what to do. What I should have done was simply to bait the special attack. Instead what I did was to went in just after a heavy. That was clearly a mistake because then I got hit back. Then I will bait the special attack, come in just to take the falter away, and once the falter is out, basically I'm fighting again as normal, countering his heavy attacks. In the end, not a complicated fight. Warlock does it pretty well. So that's it for this war. In the end it's a win, so congrats to us. There was a bit of uncertainty whether we would win or not at some point during the war because, well, we were behind in terms of deaths. In the end, we got like 36. It's not horrible for a Gold 1 alliance, but I think if we want to move up and get to Platinum 4, definitely we should try to bring this death below 30, I guess. Anyway, our opponent had to rush their war in the end. They didn't even manage to finish one of our bosses, so I'm not going to complain about it. So congrats to us, and hopefully next war will be the same.